Jussie Smollett is back with more lies. If you guys don't know who Jussie Smollett is, he got caught lying about getting beat up, and he actually hired some guys to beat him up, and he was saying they beat him up because he was gay. Yeah, he just got outed for paying the people to beat him up, to rough him up a little bit. The cast of Empire has to be like just a cursed cast. And also, I don't know if his name is pronounced Jesse. I don't know if it's Jussie Smollett or like Juicy. Let's get into the vid.
Jussie Smollett is back, and bro hasn't learned his lesson at all. This interview with Cam Newton is one of the nastiest things I've watched all year, and Cam Newton should be embarrassed with himself for how he handled this interview. It's been almost 7 years now since Jussie Smollett faked a hate crime so he could soft launch his social justice advocate career, and in his words, be the gay Tupac.
And above all, I fought the fuck back.
Yo, this nigga doing shows talking about I fought back. They didn't just beat me up. Alright, brother. I got a question for y'all.
Do you suffer from a lack of a father figure? Do you have clinical depression?
Yo, the long pause is killing me, bro. Start talking, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Start talking. Long ass pause. Boy waited for the claps, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked.
I'm the gay Tupac.
Jussie Smollett, like many others, have a sickness. It's called the attention. They thrive, they seek out, they have a yearning for attention.
Nigga said he was.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
He said that's what was happening to him, bro. Yo.
And no matter how much attention they get, is never enough. Jussie Smollett was a thriving movie star. He was having a thriving acting career, but that was not enough. He wanted more. He wanted to be seen as an advocate. He wanted to be seen as somebody important enough to where the infrastructure and the matrix wanted to take him out. Right? He was a voice for black people so powerful that racist white folks wanted him gone. But the thing with Jussie is, like most narcissists, they think they're smarter than what they really are. And he put together a plan that he thought was ironclad, that was going to take place where cameras are, while he's on the phone with one of his homies who could also be his alibi. But, yo, like this entire thing had holes in it from the very beginning. And ultimately, the police discovered that this hate crime that took place was actually staged by Jussie.
Actor Jussie Smollett is now in custody in Chicago. He is facing a felony charge for allegedly filing a false police report claiming that two men attacked him in a hate crime last month.
We learned this just moments ago. Police sources tell CNN that Smollett paid.
Nigga got caught in a month. Yo, how you plan a fake ass hate crime and you get caught in a month, bro? In a month. This shit, like, this shit needs to go down in history. This needs to be like in the history books of like failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be doing some wild shit, bro, but like you just failed so miserably, bro, for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you just made yourself a victim. Niggas want to victimize themselves so much. Nigga, just walk around, bro. Just walk around a bad neighborhood. How about you just actually get beat up? Just go somewhere where you think you might get beat up. Walk around, put some diamonds on. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh J's, like really super like terrible, like the trenches. Like, you know the shit like niggas walk around. Hey, who you with? Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least actually get beat up, bro. Come on.
The two men to orchestrate the attack. Chicago's police chief will brief reporters later this morning ahead of Smollett's first appearance in court this afternoon. Our Ryan Young is live in Chicago with all the breaking details. Ryan, now in custody.
Yeah, John, such a strange story. The last time we joined you at the 5 o'clock hour, who knew that this was going on? In fact, he turned himself in. I'm told from sources that he will have to talk to detectives first before being brought to this courthouse. What a strange ending to this entire story. Jussie Smollett going from an alleged victim to a suspect in a possible felony. The Chicago police saying that the Empire actor filed a false police report when he claimed these two men attacked him last month while hurling racist and homophobic slurs.
I don't have any doubt in my mind that that's them. Never did.
Authorities say the brothers testified before a grand jury on Wednesday for 2.5 hours. Their lawyers telling reporters that the men were paid by Smollett to carry out the attack.
There was a point where this story needed to be told, and they manned up and they said, you know what, we're going to correct this.
He was ultimately found guilty of paying one of his gay lovers and his gay lover's brother a hefty fee for them to attack him in the middle of Chicago in like negative 10-degree weather where there's cameras, and put a noose around his neck so it would appear that racist white people did this and it was a hate crime. Okay.
Bro, the CIA was winning that year. You know what I'm saying? They had nothing left to do. The CIA was just relaxing, bro. They niggas got a vacation off of that one. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was gonna get away with that shit, brother. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna have your gay lover beat you up, screaming slurs at you for like, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Okay. Now, Jussie Smollett's conviction was eventually overturned. The original conviction wasn't overturned because Jussie Smollett was somehow innocent. It was overturned because when he was initially arrested, it was, I think, somebody else that was in charge of the state attorney's office. And they essentially agreed to like drop the charges if he will forfeit his $10,000 bond and do community service. And I think Jussie Smollett was supposed to like take care of like whatever resources the police used in their investigation, right? Because for the most part, the police were mad at him because they used up a lot of resources to find who did this, only to find out that he faked this. So he agreed, and they dropped the original charges. And then somebody else took office, and they filed, I think, like, bro, I remember like the first charges that were announced on Jussie Smollett, it was something crazy like 45. Like, yo, the new person wasn't playing with this boy. Like, he wanted to spank him. So they charged him with a lot of things, right? Like, those things obviously got consolidated at some point, and he was found guilty. Well, the Supreme Court is ruling, like, hold on. If you already strike the deal with the first person in charge at the state attorney's office, then it's unconstitutional for y'all to come and recharge him after the first charges were dropped. Not happening, okay? And the court's decision was based on procedural and constitutional grounds, not on a question of Smollett's guilt or innocence. But y'all understand, bro, when you give a liar an out, they're gonna run with it and they're gonna take it. This is all the out that Jussie Smollett needed. He know he strike that deal with the state attorney's office. He know why it was overturned. But now Jussie Smollett is doing a tour telling people the conviction was overturned because he was not guilty. Yo, I watched this interview with Jussie Smollett and Cam Newton. Yo, Cam Newton is talking to this guy as if he's an actual victim. Like, Cam Newton is asking him, is it hard to be a gay man in America? Do you feel like you was treated unfairly because you're a gay man? Bro, nobody care about this man's sexual identity, bro. We care because this man set real black victims back like 1,000 years, bro.
Make us minimize ourselves, to make us not speak up, you know, and to...
Nigga, you spoke up on some fake ass shit, and then you told people that you're the Black Tupac. Brother, sit down, dog. You just faked a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? That's all niggas see. Niggas don't care that you gay, bro. Niggas don't care that you gay. At the end of the day, bro, what you do behind closed doors got nothing to do with nobody, bro. If you gay, you gay, bro. Okay, cool. You still a shit person. We don't get no fucks. You know what I'm saying? Shit, bruh.
Feel like, oh, well, if you speak up for yourself, you defend yourself, you're not being humble. Why should I be humble? The amount of people that have come to me and said, oh, you need to humble yourself. About what? About what? Or why are you still talking about this? Because y'all still talking about this. Why are you still defending yourself? Because you're still coming at me. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? This could have been a lot easier had I actually done this, because the way that it works is you admit it, you do this, you do that, you make a donation, you do that, whatever the fake Hollywood thing is that you do, but I don't know how to do that.
Yes, you do. You literally try to fake your way into some good PR. You are the fakest human being I think I've ever seen on the internet. Yo, can you, in your mind right now, think of somebody who you believe is more manipulative and fake than Jussie Smollett? Think about it. I'll wait. You can. This man is a true form narcissist, bro. I don't think Jussie Smollett, and I'll even go as far as to say, I think he's a sociopath. I don't think this man feels empathy. I don't think this man has a conscience.
Question everything. Question everything. Question why a police department has an entire PR department. Why would they need that? Just question things.
You are a living, walking example of why a police force would need a PR department. The literal thing that you and Cam Newton is about to do in this interview is why the police need a PR department. Can you imagine if the Chicago PD did not locate the make-believe white men who put a noose around Jussie Smollett's neck and beat him up because he was a powerful voice for black issues? Can you imagine if the Chicago PD did not find those make-believe white men and they couldn't figure out that Jussie Smollett lied about this and they were just endlessly searching? Bruh, Jussie Smollett would have done a press tour about how Chicago PD don't care about black plights. They don't care about solving crimes against black folks. They don't care about solving hate crimes. He would have slandered them folks up and down. It's the fact that they solved this crime pretty easily and they're able to identify you fake this is the reason why their reputation was at least protected.
Because when I see this situation, and I haven't really delved into the actual situation yet, but it's like, let's call a spade a spade. Double minority, you got a lot of things going against you.
This narrative that Jussie Smollett was locked up and arrested because he was black and homosexual is insane. Black folks was calling for Jussie Smollett to be arrested because black folks could read through this story from the very beginning. Jussie Smollett would claim that black people only began not believing him after he did an interview and the interview was edited to make it look like he was fake crying. No, buddy, bro, I'm here to tell you, like, that whatever you're saying is completely off base from reality. I was in them black barbershops. I was in my black family group chat when this story first got released that two white men attacked you and beat you in the middle of a Chicago snowstorm in negative 20-degree weather because you were a powerful voice for black issues. I was in them group chat, and we ain't believe you from the very beginning.
Oh man, we support you. Are you all right? Those stereotypical, energies that people may give off, the interview comes out. And now the same people are now looking at you through a different lens or through a different assumption.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. So anything you say, and then also, again, it goes back to what you said at the top of the interview, where it's like it all depends on the edit. I've never seen something where, because I've done so many interviews in my life, but none of them have been like really emotional interviews because they didn't have to be.
For sure. For sure.
And so sitting there and doing that interview and then looking back and I'm like, so that doesn't look honest though, because they cut out the breath of air. You know what I mean? Like they cut out that. So it's like, they're not tracking the actual line of emotions.
What led
You know
to
what I
that?
mean? Like
Yeah, his acting skills. They cut out his acting skills where they couldn't let him really, lock in on, the prepare for the cry, the look, you know what I'm saying? The moment of breath that he said, you know what I'm saying? Take a moment to... You know what I mean? Like, it takes some time to get to the cry. When you skip straight to the cry, you know what I'm saying? It don't look realistic. You know what I'm saying? He's right. He's right. And he put a lot of work into looking realistic. Y'all fucked it up, bro. You feel me?
Cam, you should be disgusted with yourself, bro.
Yeah, bro is... I don't even think. How did this nigga end up on the show? Cam, who you got pulling people in here, bro? You know what I'm saying? And you just letting this nigga talk. You're not asking this nigga, bro. Did you fake that shit, bro? Because they proved the cops said you faked that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened, brother?
Like, I expect this level of delusion from Jussie Smollett, this level of being a sociopath, bruh. But I didn't expect this from you, Cam. Like, you even tolerate this. You think, right, that people turn on Jussie Smollett because an interview, I guess, edited a breath of air. So apparently, according to him, right, because they were, so how the news interviews are edited, like, they're talking to you and then they transition to something else, right? So, like, y'all are talking and then they transition to, like, a narration of what happened and then they jump back to the story. So, according to Jussie Smollett, so he's talking, they narrate away, then they narrate back to him crying. He's saying that breath of air, meaning they didn't show the, oh, no, bro, no, fam. We ain't believe you the minute you showed up on TV with a noose around your neck in your crib. And your excuse was, I didn't take the noose that the white racists put on my neck for an hour because I didn't want to contaminate the evidence. Oh, God. There's not a black person alive. There's not a black person you know who would get attacked in the middle of a snowstorm, -degree weather, by two white men. They put a noose around their neck. And then that black person leaves the noose on after the attack is over and goes home and waits for the police at the crib for an hour with the noose still around his neck and then say, I didn't take this noose off because I wanted it to remain intact. Cut it out, man. We're not trying to hear that nonsense, bro, at all.
Actually diabolical. You know what I'm saying? And there's no pressing him. Like, did you say it was white men that beat you up? Did he say that? Because you know what I'm saying? I need to start seeing things. You know what I'm saying? I can't just take shit that motherfucker say type shit. You know what I'm saying? Did he say white people beat me up? You know what I'm saying? What did he say? They were Caucasian and then they came out and they're actually black? That's all niggas need to know. That's all we need to hear. Like, oh, thank you, brother. Real priest. You're good. You're good. No, you're good. You're good. You're a liar. You're lying, brother. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine you going through this whole plan to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You have your gay lover and his brother. You pay them good munyans. You know what I'm saying? They showed pictures of them swole niggas too. You paid them good munyans to walk through a snowstorm and beat you up in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? You wake up the next day. You're like, I was beaten up by white men who were screaming slurs at me. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then you get caught a month later, bro. Lying. I can't imagine that pain. Like, there's only one solution. I gotta blow my shit smooth off, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I gotta blow my shit smooth off. You know what I'm saying? Soon as I would have read the fucking news on my phone, I'd have been like, no. Nigga would have like, I'd have flipped. Just like that. Dead. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen niggas break their own shit. He's like, fuck this, man. Yeah. Cause fuck, bro. That's sick. That's sad, bro. He went out too nasty, too sad.
But, I don't even understand how Jussie could even, like, try to talk it. Like, how do you even try to talk your way out of this? Bro, fam, the two people who attacked you is caught on camera, bro. Them walking away is caught on. The two people who attacked you were your two homies. So what's the story here? You didn't know they were going to attack you? You confused two 6'3" Nigerian men with two MAGA supporters? Like, huh? Like, cut it out, bro. You ain't make no mistake, bro. You knew exactly who those Nigerians were. They were not white men, as you say. And you paid them.
the $1 million question.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Anybody would want to ask. Are you still sticking with the story?
Bro, what? Bro, come on, bro. Ask the nigga, say, you said they were white. And they were Nigerian, 6-foot Nigerian black men. How did that happen? Was it the snow? Did they have snow on them? You know what I'm saying? The snow fell down on their faces. And they look like Caucasian people? That's what we need to know. That's the real question.
There's no story. Are they still sticking with the story? I've stuck with the truth the entire time. Now, there have been things that, with me telling the truth, that people will, because it's like, I remember it being where they were like, oh, he did a hoax, and I was like, I did not. And then they're like, well, he was buying cocaine, and I was like, oh, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, that was true. That was true. Or they're like, oh, he did it. No, I did not.
The reason why it's also so hard for him to come clean is because he's such a narcissist that the fact that people are laughing at how obvious, at how stupid, at how poorly planned and executed this particular fake hate crime was, that hurts his ego. Because, you know, again, people like him think they're smarter than everybody else. They think they're the best actors in the world. They think they're just better than everybody else. So the fact that the world is laughing at this elementary amateur hour staged crime, he feels embarrassed by that. And that's one of the main reasons why he won't just come out and admit that, man, I faked it, bruh. Because even during this interview with Cam Newton, he said something that really stood out to me. He said, bro, I'm an actor, director, producer. If I would have done that, it would have been flawless. Oh, that's what it's about. Okay, yeah, you're embarrassed that whatever you try to put into motion was amateur and it was laughed at by everybody.
Set up some bull, and I was really a dumb to do some shit like that. I'm a director, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a creator. It would have been flawless. It would have been fierce. It would have been wonderful. It would not have been no bullshit like whatever dumbass did it. Period.
So did your homie beat you up? Like, tell us what happened. Who beat you up? Who beat you up? Was it your homies, the Nigerian homies? Did they beat you up, bro? I'm gonna need to actually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need to watch this video, bro. Cause there's so many other things left in the air that I need to know, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Now, whoever really did it, congratulations to them because they actually got away with it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, do not come at me like I'm some complete idiot. I'm a very intelligent man. Right. You know,
you were coked out probably. You thought you were on top of the world off that coke, brother. That's what it sounded like.
I mean, humble, all of those things. Yeah. But come on, I'm an intelligent man. I stand in who I am. I've gone out there and I've told who I am when I did not have to. I did not have to. I've been very honest about my life and about who I am from the very beginning of my career. When I didn't have to do that, because there's a lot of people that don't. They don't have to do that. So it just doesn't run with the history of me. It doesn't run with who I've ever been.
So now he's saying, well, somebody did stage it, but I was not the one who staged it. The person who staged it and sent people to attack me, well, they got away with it. Yo, this is just... Cam, you should be embarrassed with yourself, man. If you watch this interview, Cam Newton offered no pushback, allowed this man to come with his platform and just lie and say the most ludicrous things I think I've ever heard anybody say. Yo, you're making your comeback in 2025 and you're still telling lies, man. Give it up, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this?
Madness, bro. Bro need to lock in.
As I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire. And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking, and then I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said, did you just say to me? And I see the attacker masked. And he said, this MAGA country, punches me right in the face. So I punched his ass back. And then we started tussling. You know, it was very icy. And we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped. And they ran off. And I saw where they ran. And the phone was in my pocket, but it had fallen out. And it was sitting there. And my manager was still on the phone. So I picked up the phone and I said, Brandon. And he's like, what's going on? And I said, I was just jumped. And then I looked down and I see that there's a rope around my neck, which I hadn't.
You hadn't noticed it before?
No,
You didn't
because
see?
it was so fast. You know what I'm saying? It was so fast.
Bro, people just walked around with a rope in their pocket and then beats you up because you're on a TV show, wraps the rope around your neck and kicks you and just walks off, bro. This is cap, bro. This is cap, bro. I just needed to see this,
How
bro.
long did this all
It felt like minutes, but it probably was like 30 seconds, honestly. I can't tell you, honestly. I noticed the rope around my neck, and I started screaming. And I said, there's a rope around my neck.
Did you get any kind of description of the attack?
I gave a body description, and because I saw this, right here or whatever, but I didn't see, I can't tell you what color their eyes were. I can't tell you, and I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could. You have to understand also that it's Chicago in winter. As a gay man, you are considered somehow to be weak, and I'm not weak. I'm not weak. And we are, as a people, are not weak. So I can accept that there was pride there. There's also privacy, the rope burn around my neck. And then I smelled bleach. I know the smell of bleach. And I saw on my sweatshirt, it had marks on it, like spots on it when you have a bad bleach job. So then I was like, there's bleach on me too. So when the police came, I kept the clothes on. I kept the rope.
So you had the rope on the entire time?
I mean, it wasn't like wrapped around, but yeah, it was around because I wanted them to see. I wanted them to see what this was. They asked for my phone records. They asked for my phone. They wanted me to give my phone to the tech for 3 to 4 hours. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do that.
Why?
Because I have private pictures and videos and numbers, my partner's number, my family's number, my castmates' number, my friends' numbers. We're wearing MAGA hats. I never said that. I didn't need to add anything like that.
Okay.
They called me a They called me a There's no which way you cut it. I don't need some MAGA hat as the cherry on top of some racist sundae. I've heard that it was a date gone bad, which I so resent that narrative. I'm not gonna go out and get a tuna sandwich at a salad to meet somebody. That's ridiculous, and it's offensive. Yes, there's Grindr, yes, there's Jack, yes, there's all of these things, which I have not been on in years. I can admit that I was on that back in the day. I was single, you know what I'm saying? But who says empire, this MAGA country, ties a noose around your neck and pours bleach on you, and this is just a friendly fight? I will never.
Niggas just walk around with bleach and a rope in their pocket, ready for war. And then they know the show Empire. I don't imagine much racist people know you from the show Empire. You know what I'm saying?
But I fought back. They ran off. I didn't.
What do you say to a young gay man, a young gay person?
To learn to fight. And I don't just mean like learn to fight. I mean, learn to fight. Learn to be a fighter. I am not advocating violence at all. So let's be clear.
If the attackers are never found, how will you be able to heal?
I don't know. Let's just
Yeah, that shit fake as fuck.
hope that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go there yet.
Yeah, this fake as fuck. This fake as fuck. All right, they hit you a couple of times. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? It happened for 30 seconds. Like, just like envision that in your mind. Like, this shit don't really make sense. They scream Empire, and then they beat you up and pour bleach on you. Why do they have bleach in the middle of a snowstorm in Chicago? And a rope, and not even use it. Like it'll be totally different. They had a rope, and they really, fucking dragged you down the street, fucking whatever, all this shit. It's like, oh, these niggas were on time, and like they went to do that. They had bleach and a rope, and they beat you up for 30 seconds, left you with the rope. It doesn't really make sense to me. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I needed to watch that to get a little bit more insight behind what happened. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.